Well, well, well. Is it TF Tuesday already? Oh, hey guys, what's up? What the heck? What the heck is up? It's fine. What's up, people? It's motherfucking Tuesday. It's Tuesday once again. I think I'm gonna start calling it TF Tuesday. Because I mean, not always, but generally happen to be doing TF2 content. If you're not watching live, by the way, but this is for the YouTube people. Everyone in chat, you can say hi YouTube if you want. YouTube people, if you're not watching live, base_Thomas, twitch.tv/ goes in front. If you're not watching live, you're missing out, man. Not everything can make it into a video, but today's content is gonna make it into a video. First of all, you might notice there's a thing behind me other than my green screen. If you want to know what this is, well, I'll tell you, not in a lot of detail, but this is some renders I did of AI learning to surf in Source. And I did a whole stream bit on it, and it was actually so good that I posted it on Patreon. Free, no account needed whatsoever. In fact, let me go just grab the link. So if you want to find out more about this render, you can go there. Don't even need to make an account. And it's cool. It's like I have a few other renders, not just this one. This is my favorite. Share. Copy post link. I really should just make this a command. Also, the link is super long. Sorry. That's just what Patreon fucking gives me. If you want to see more behind the scenes about this, encourage you to go ahead and check that out. But that's not what we're doing today. That is not what we are doing today at all, in fact. So what are we actually doing? It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm presenting to you today this TF Tuesday of all TF Tuesdays. Today we are embarking on the inaugural event that I am deciding to call Clank or Clash. I mean, I probably shouldn't say it with the hard R, but anyway. Clank or Clash, Clank or Clash. So what does that mean? Well, I have a little video to show you guys. Maybe I'll wait a little bit for some people to filter in from the stream. Make sure I got music playing. Yeah, that's fine. Music, hello? Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna set something up. Just give me a quick moment. Un momento, por favor. Today's been a little hectic. I almost had things ready in time, and then something came up today, and now, of course, I'm late again. But that's what happens. It's okay. Where is my notepad that I need? Just getting the first thing ready, basically. Yes, that will do nicely. Just make sure it's all correct. Yeah, very nice. Okay. So what is tip of the hats? What is Clank or Clash? Well, I have a lovely little video that I've thrown together for your viewing pleasure, and I'll just let it speak for itself. You guys ready? Hold on, I gotta pause the music too on Twitch. You're not ready. Okay. Damn, I feel like I should have maybe played, like, jumped a little bit first, because there's no way that people are here. Enough people are here. But whatever, maybe I'll just play it again in like half an hour. Oh, also, I gotta open my dashboard. I'm literally just, I'm stalling, guys. I'm stalling so that more people can hopefully join the stream so I don't have to repeat myself. But we're gonna be doing some interactive shit. Oh, we got 4 viewers. What up, 4 viewers? What up, my glip glops? What's good? All right, I'll stop stalling. That's enough people. Without further ado, I present the intro for Clanker Clash number 1. There you go. Oh, I put that together like 5 minutes before going live, guys. That's why it just ends abruptly. Yeah, I figured someone else would appreciate that. I'll play it again. We can get another look at the stats. Maybe I'll talk over this time. So we have here, oops, where am I? So we have here 8 challengers. All obviously some version of Francis with a different letter. And they're ranked in order. They are ranked from best performance to least performance. Or I mean, you know, like regular seeding, where the 8th seed has the worst PB and the 1st seed has the best PB. So I have trained all 8 of these challengers the same exact amount of time with nearly the exact same settings. Let's just finish it out first. Hold on. Cinema. Oh, okay. So we have 8 challengers nearly the same. Not exactly the same, because then, I mean, that would be stupid, obviously. That would be dumb if they were exactly the same. But the twist for this, so this is a recurring series. I see this as a recurring series where every few weeks, maybe, I'll train a series of usually 8 bots, I would assume. Train a few bots and kind of have them fight in a tournament, actually. Have them fight each other. I think we'll probably only have time for single eliminations. We're just trying it out this week. But the key difference with week number 1, since this is the inauguration, there is one difference between all 8 of these bots. One single difference, and I'm not going to tell you what that difference is. Now, you can ask me questions about it, and I'll just say this. I'm pretty sure I'm able to do this. If anyone correctly guesses what the difference is between all 8 of these bots, I will gift you 10 TF2 keys, because I'm pretty sure that's what I have in my inventory. You guys know that for like many years I used to call inventory. I used to call it inventory. Clearly, I still do. Because I would always read books, and I'm like, oh, inventory. So I would just always say, inventory. Because it's like a, you know, it's a place where you can invent things in a lot of games. Anyway, it's pronounced inventory. Neural networking or Excel. Are those mutually exclusive? Yes, these are the Francis bots. These are the neural network bots. These are all reinforcement learning capable and trained bots. They trained for, I think it's about 7 hours each. So not top of the line performance, but like pretty close. Francis doesn't get much better after the first chunk, the gains start to fall off. Anyway, we got this 8-person bracket here. Again, I think we'll probably only have time for single elim, but this is the first week. We'll see how it goes. And we're actually going to have them fight in the goddamn motherfucking lava dome pit. they're going to be fighting directly. And we're going to do it like I've done before, where it's first to 5 gets a round score, and then we'll do best of 5. So best of 5, first to 5s. That's the correct thing to say. It doesn't. There you go. Mortal Kombat sound effects. Yeah, maybe I add that later. That would be, sound effects are good, but it's I have to do it within source mod, which would be annoying. Anyway, I think that's it for the intro. I feel like I'm forgetting. So usually I feel like I yap for like a full half an hour before we actually get to the content. But that's pretty much it. I have the first match ready to go, but the other twist is that now that my channel is affiliate, I can offer gambling. So we're going to do predictions. We're going to predict who's going to win each of the individual matches. Again, this is the, I'll show you guys the bracket. This is the bracket. It's typical seeding where the first seed fights the 8th seed, then 5 versus 4, 3 versus 6, 7 versus 2. And I'm going to figure out how to do predictions from my phone. Here we go. Predictions. Start prediction. Okay, round number 1. A Rancis versus H Rancis. Who do you got, chat? I'll let the prediction go for like a minute or two, because we're just getting started. A Rancis versus H Rancis. Who wins? Wait, no, it needs to be longer than 30 seconds. Damn it, it deleted my shit. Sorry. I'm new to this, guys. I'm sorry. We'll get better at this. Who wins? A Rancis. H Rancis. Submission period. Let's do 2-minute submission. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get your predictions in, people. There you go. It's going. Get your predictions in now. If you don't have any channel points, this is how you win. Gambling is a legitimate form of income. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Can I bet on my own shit? I totally can. Oh, I can't. Okay. Damn, I was gonna say that would be pretty funny if I could just totally insider trade the whole shit. Alright, while that's happening, let me get the right command into my console. Okay, glad I checked it, because I would have had things backwards. Wrong slot and all that. How barbaric. You tell him, Nightbot. Alright, are we gambling? Did anyone put any points in? Oh shit, everyone's got the 1 seed. Well, that's not surprising. 50 seconds if you want to get your predictions in. If you're, you have to be on Twitch though, unfortunately. Sorry, YouTube chat, I would love to include you, but, you gotta come over to twitch.tv/base_Thomas. And you get channel points for watching. You just need an account. Alright, 30 seconds, get them in. And then after this, we're gonna probably just play a game, do some chill late night gaming. There's other stuff I could talk about, but didn't get as much prep time done as I would have liked. All right, 10 seconds. I'm gonna start it now because it takes about 10 seconds to load. One last note: I'm gonna always do it in alphabetical order. So I guess maybe I'll just start this so you can see. So there's the names are unfortunately hard coded. The names are hard coded, so I can't change it from bot 0, bot 1. But bot 0 is always going to be the earlier letter. So, for example, A Rancis will always be bot 0 because it's A, the first letter of the alphabet. And it appears something has gone wrong. No, it's just slow. No, something's gone wrong. Oh, no, it hasn't. Hold on. I just have to start the round. Okay, are we ready? SML start round. Unless this doesn't work, in which case, fuck my life. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, no, yay! I built a thing that's not broken. Let's go. Oh, shit. And immediately, H. Rancis taking an early lead. What the heck? The number 8 seed with a 2-0 lead on the number 1 seed. I'm not offering $100 today, Carrix. Sorry. Yeah, they die quickly. They start with 300 health. Bot 1 does crater. Wow, bot 1 kind of crushing. Actually, I'm starting to worry if I maybe messed up the which one's which. Carrix, we're not doing $100 today, bro. 2-4. Bot 1 wins. That would be H. Rancis, but it's okay. We're doing a best of 5 of these, so the score is now 0-1. And in fact, I even did a score thing, so I can do it. So that would be 0-1. 0-1 for. I probably shouldn't have it gone over my face. But again, like I said, let me just double check real quick to make sure things are loaded in the correct slot. Loaded slot. Oh wait, these are the wrong. I did load one of the wrong ones. Whoops. Okay, so ignore that. Last round, your points will just stay where they were. I loaded B. Rancis by accident, basically. Why did I do that? Sorry, just 1 second, guys. I was trying to do as much of the setup as I could before stream actually started, but ran out of time as per usual. So slot 1 will be E. Rancis, which is this one. Okay, and slot 2 will be H. Rancis. So slot 1 is bot 0. Slot 2, I should probably homogenize those naming conventions, but anyway. Once again, it'll be alphabetical order, so the earlier letter in the alphabet will always be bot 0. Okay. Yes, okay, that's correct now. Okay, so that was a nice little exhibition match. I realized I had the score up that whole time. Now we're reset. We're back to 0-0, okay. Pretend none of that happened. And I'm a competent YouTuber and we just go straight into the content. All right, and everyone got their prediction in, right? Okay, we're ready to go now. The first time for realsies. A. Rancis as bot 0. H. Rancis as bot number 1. The code has been started. Off they go. So the bots, every time the round starts, they go to 300 health, so like full overheal basically. But they're pretty good at shooting still, so it does end pretty quickly. We got A. Rancis on the left, H. Rancis on the right, and everyone's points in the balance. Let's find out. I don't know what, it takes a while to load, I guess. Oh wait, no, I have to start it. I keep forgetting. I added a new console command just for this, so I could start rounds remotely instead of needing to get the bots to shoot rockets. And they're off! Trading damage, trading points as well. A. Rancis, the top seed in this tournament, blowing everyone else's PB out of the water. But can he convert it to W's, though? Can he convert it to W's? Currently, they're very evenly matched. Oh, and A. Rancis sneaks out ahead with literally 1 HP. Oh my god, that couldn't have gone any closer. And again, also 1 HP. Wait, what? Wait, is something wrong? That's so statistically improbable. How does he get to exactly 1 HP 2 times in a row? Okay, he died. But so did bot number 1, and that will quickly turn into a 1-0 advantage for A. Rancis over H. Rancis. Now, I would start the next round, but I see there is an ad break incoming in 15 seconds, so I guess I'll just kill time so you guys don't miss anything during the ad break. I guess I could yap about I finally got my Guitar Hero project actuators. They just showed up today. Check it out. Look at this shit. It's a magnetic actuator, so it like, you run current through the wires and it'll like, oh, you can't see it. The stopper like pushes out. Oh. So this is the beefy one. This will be for the strum bar. This one can go up to 35 newtons. And then I've got these smaller ones that are, I think they cap at like 5 newtons. Those will be for the fingers. And hopefully they're strong enough, and hopefully they won't overheat and burn out. So I also bought some aluminum fans, some cooling fins. Come on, where is this ad break? I'm trying to get to the content. I could skip the ad breaks too, but oh, there it goes. I could skip them, but then they'll just be more annoying later. So I figured might as well just get them out of the way. Sorry if you're not watching an ad. This is just going to be a little boring for the next minute and 12 seconds. Nope, not that. I really need a third monitor. I feel like everything is on my second monitor. It's like I have 2 code windows and 2 chat windows, and it's just a lot of like flipping back and forth. Let's see, it's 9 p.m. Yeah, so hopefully my buddy Josh is going to hop on the stream later, and we'll play a little bit of Rivals. Rivals of Aether. Oh, weird, my phone is desynced. The prediction on my mobile is desynced from the online. Anyway. Man, is this what streamers do all day? They really just fucking kill time. Like, they just fill it with talking. I don't know what to talk about. 10 seconds on the ad break. I'll just start the thing now. Okay. Oops, I keep clicking that damn window. All right. Welcome back, ad viewers. We're on to the next round already. We'll see how long this takes. A. Rancis looking a little stronger now. Nothing changed, but I don't know. Random number generation, all that. The ghost in the machine. A lot of trades, of course. These models are mostly similar. Again, if anyone correctly guesses what the difference is between these 8 bots, I will give you 10 TF2 keys, because that's all I have in my inventory. But if you guess correctly, so you can ask questions about it, and at the end I will reveal, obviously, but A. Rancis living up to his current #1 seed, and is up now 2-0 in the set, aka set point. If he wins the next first to 5, it's all over for our boy H. Rancis. And because I don't think we have time, that'll be it. It'll just be a single elimination tournament. So this is H. Rancis's last chance to get on the board. Let's see how he does. Go, H. Rancis, go! Go! Try harder, H. Rancis. I feel like maybe I should have more like intense fight music right now. I just have very chill music. We haven't seen any overtimes yet. I have a feeling they're just gonna trade a lot, especially once we get to the closer seeds. Because I mean, they shoot rockets at the same time, pretty much. So the seeding was only done based on their PB. Right now, A-Rancis, game point, set point. Can H-Rancis do anything about it? No, he's just has slightly worse aim. And there it is. The first match will go to our #1 seed, A-Rancis. Very good, very good. Okay, now let me pay out the prediction. It says end submissions. Confirm. Okay, I think my phone lagged out. I might have to just open this on web because it shows no points, even though I could see on my OBS that there are points. Congratulations, I assume, just Galbatrix for winning some points. And if you guys notice, I actually do have, I've added some channel rewards on Twitch, so your fake internet points actually do something. It's true. Or they can do something once you have enough. Okay, give me a second. Let me just open up Twitch on my desktop so I can actually manage the predictions. Now, where is it? Stream manager. I don't want to add my ads manager right now. Choose prediction. Okay. Choose outcome. Congratulations, A-Rancis. Moving on in the tournament. Let's have a look at the bracket. Where did my bracket tab go? A-Rancis, a clean 3-0. Okay, I guess I have to put 0 in. It doesn't infer that nothing is a 0. A-Rancis, of course, living up to his #1 seed title. Not the biggest surprise. Our next match might be the most exciting of the whole tournament. It's our closest matchup in the first round. The seed 4 versus the seed 5. Drancis versus E-Rancis. And who's going to come out on top? You decide right now, chat. Simply go to Twitch. And once I get it going, we're going to see who wins between E-Rancis and D-Rancis. Why'd I have to click accept so many times, Twitch? It's like 5 clicks to do one prediction. Anyway, the prediction is live now. Go ahead, get your votes in. We are voting on the outcome of these two, E-Rancis and D-Rancis, the two middle seeds, very close. Their PBs are, where did my PBs go? Damn it, I really need a third fucking monitor. This is so ridiculous. Okay. D-Rancis currently has a PB of 1008.9 on the reward, and E-Rancis has a reward, a maximum, a PB, a best reward of 1004.5 score. So very close, only 4 points separate them. Last round, A-Rancis versus H-Rancis, that was, the score difference was 1,030-ish to 986. That was the #1 to the #8 seed. Now we are significantly closer. So this really could be anyone's game. Really could be anyone's game. I'm not seeing any predictions yet. You got 48 seconds to get them in, and then I will start the next match. Let me actually just do the command, the right command I need to do. Okay, so we'll do D is slot 0, and E will be slot #1. All right. Is the prediction over yet? 3 seconds. Okay. All right, and let me put the command in. I keep clicking that window. I need to close it. All right, bam. So in game they'll have the same name still. I mentioned earlier this is a hard-coded. The names are hard-coded. So I would have liked to obviously change them to the A Rancis and H Rancis and all that in game, but it would have required a more substantial rework than I had time for. Anyway, we got D Rancis on the left. We got E Rancis on the right. Might be the closest match of the day. And it's getting started right now. 3, 2, 1. Get him. Get them. Already we're seeing more variability, but they still tie at the same time. I didn't run any of these matchups beforehand, so they might be just like absurdly evenly matched. But we still haven't had any overtimes yet. It's kind of surprising. They might just trade infinitely, and then whoever wins the match is the one that can get that 1 HP. Wait, these guys might be too even. Oh, wait, this could be a problem. I don't know, what do we do if they both never live? There we go. 1 point on the board for E Rancis, the lower seed. Looking to make an upset. It's game point right now. E Rancis getting some good damage. Is going to trade it out courtesy of that 1 point advantage. So that means the score for these boys is 0 to 1. 0 to 1 in favor of E Rancis. Is up 1-0 in the set. Let's go to round 2. Round 2. It's loading. E Rancis in red, D Rancis in blue. E Rancis coming out of the gate again with an early point advantage. Can he convert? It looks like he might be able to hold this all the way to the W. And keep in mind, they're seeded based on their PB, but I'm loading the very last loaded checkpoint, basically. So that doesn't mean the policy I'm loading is not necessarily the one that got the PB. We are just loading the very last policy. And it looks like E Rancis has got some sort of an edge on D Rancis because it hasn't been close. I mean, except for when it is close and they trade, which is like every other round. But when it's not close, E Rancis always wins, and that is a 2-0 lead now for our slight underdog. Now, once again, this is game point, or set point, I should say. D Rancis is going to have to make some magic happen if he wants to make it further in this bracket, and they're off. E Rancis, once again, I think figuring out maybe, like I'm noticing that D Rancis in the air a lot more. Maybe that has something to do with E Rancis's strategy, but for the first time it feels like D Rancis, signs of life, actually winning a point. That's unheard of. Oh, but it may not be enough. 2 HP on E Rancis. Tough stuff. The field is pretty tightly bunched. There is no huge differences in PB score. So we're in for a hotly contested night of combat. Once again, if you can correctly guess what the difference is between all these bots, I will give you 10 keys. No questions asked. Clearly, PB does not tell the whole story because E Rancis, a slightly worse PB. Now, as I say that, D Rancis might have something to say. That's a pretty commanding win with 45 HP. Gets that first rocket when E Rancis doesn't. Goomba's on his head and he's managed to tie it up. Wait a second. We have a fight on our hands. Wait 1 second. This is game point. D Rancis's tournament life on the line. Of course, it goes to overtime. The first person to kill the other one and not die will take this round that could be the last one in the matchup. And it will be, because E Rancis cleaning up It looked shaky for just 1 second, but then Erancis shut it down. Erancis moving on in the bracket, wherever the bracket went. Erancis, you know, they people like to say there's close 3-0s. That was not a close 3-0. That was Erancis domination. That sets up our next matchup in the winners. But we're going to keep going down here. Our next matchup is going to be Crancis, if you prefer, versus the original Francis. I also forgot to say, my money is on regular Francis, and you guys will understand why at the very end. But I have a reason, other than just it's his proper name. This 6th seed is special to me. This, even though he's the underdog. Chad, I need your energy. We need Francis to get to the finals, at least. Crancis versus Francis. Let me start the prediction up. Let me switch to one of my other 1.5 million tabs. God damn, I really need to cull some of these tabs. Okay, choose prediction, choose outcome. Congratulations to Erancis voters. Next prediction. Who wins between Crancis and Francis? 2 minutes. Go, 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 go. The prediction is live. If you want to get some free internet points that actually do something eventually in my channel, you got to gamble to win. You got to spend money to make money. You know what I'm saying? Got to spend money to make money. The PBs between these two, once again, are... Where did my tab go? So Crancis coming into this tournament with a PB of 10.12. Francis coming in just barely over 1,000 with exactly 1,001. So that's a 9-point PB difference. The last match we saw was a 4-point difference. But as I've talked about, it may not matter at all. Josh is banning people in my chat. Josh, put some money on it, Josh. We need actual stakes. I need enough people gambling to where there's actual odds and not just one person winning their money back. A boba. Wait, Ryan, would you want to be mod? Because, I mean, I know you obviously, so you could be mod if you wanted to. But if you want to just shitpost in chat and have no responsibilities, that's fine too. Get your predictions in, Josh, JC Inferno. Get your predictions in. You got 30 seconds. Bet on the other one. Bet, Josh. Bet. Use your channel points to gamble. We need a gamble. The whole point of the stream is gambling. Okay, chaotic chatter. Fair enough. Okay, while the prediction finishes, I forgot I need to copy paste the right things. So Crancis will be slot 0 for this fight, and Francis will be slot 1, aka slot 2, aka bot number 1, aka the one who seems to keep winning, the slot that seems to keep winning. Okay, this is the correct thing. He's drunk on power. No, Josh, don't don't do it. Okay, I'm entering the command now. I have to like kill the program each time though. Okay, bam, it's loading. Bam. Crancis versus Francis. I can't make up my mind whether I want to call them Crancis or Crancis. The alphabetical order is related to the seed, of course, so maybe that's why I feel like I have to emphasize it. Okay, Crancis versus Francis. Let's see if this matchup might be the first. Excuse me. This matchup hopefully will be the first non-3-0. Let's see what happens. Yo, what up, Yazoo? We're just gambling on robots. Real 2026 energy on this one. Oh, and Crancis, pretty big health deficit on that first match. It might be looking like curtains for Francis already. Come on, Francis, fight back. No, you suck. Francis, you suck. No, I wanted Francis to win. I want him to be so good. Sodium bet. Yeah, it's like missing the chloride. It's like not all the way to salty bet. It's like Temu salty bet. Oh man, but Krancis, he's too highly seeded. He has not missed a round yet. He's at 4-0. What I was hoping for the closest match so far is looking like it's going to be the biggest blowout. Even though we watched the first versus the 8 seed be very close, the third versus the 6 seed, not close at all. Krancis, bit of a legend. Bit of a bloody legend. The score is 1-0 in favor of Krancis. Francis Mark II, no, this is still Francis Mark I, unfortunately. It's like there's stuff I have planned for Francis to redo him, but it's like a whole big overwrite. Like I can't really overwrite rewrite, sorry. I can't just rewrite a little section of it. It really just needs a whole new core. But anyway, the next round is afoot. C. Rancis versus Francis. And it just looks like Krancis is going to take this one to the bank. This might be the quickest 3-0 we've had thus far. He's just hitting better quality rockets. They're going right under the feet of Francis, and it's not much he can do. Let's inspect the aiming of C. Rancis. Based on what I'm seeing, this might be our title contender. This might be our challenger. And by the way, there are stakes. It does matter which one of these bots wins. But I can't explain it until the end because I don't want to spoil the surprise. Again, for anyone just joining, I also have a standing offer. If anyone can guess correctly what the difference is between these 8 bots, I will give you 10 TF2 keys right now. And speaking of giving them 10, Krancis just collected 10 points to 0. This is actually insane. Krancis might be the motherfucking GOAT. He is now up to 2-0. 2-0. Krancis looking like the Mansis. Is that anything? God, I'm so good at streaming. Anyway, 2-0. Just put him out of his misery, Krancis. We've seen enough. We've seen enough. They have genes, and the winner gets to decide what genes the next iteration have. No, this is and you're welcome to you're allowed to ask questions, of course, like that. No, these are reinforcement learning bots. They have been trained for all the same amount of time, about 7 hours. So not quite Francis Prime, but like 80% there. They're pretty damn good at aiming, clearly. Yeah, and Krancis is clearly better. Every single round has been a deficit of like exactly 35 health pretty much every single time. And this is, Jesus Christ, this is just going to be a 15-0 to my chosen seed. Oh my God, he couldn't get him below fucking 35 health not a single time. We literally watched the first versus the 8 seed, and it was like 3-5, like 4-5, 4-5. Like it was close all 3 times. Also, if you guys didn't see this, hold on. Now that we got a few people watching, I had an intro. Okay, that it shows you guys what we're all about here. Are you ready? Let me pause my music. If you haven't seen it, I threw this together like right before stream started. I fucking love this. So they're ranked. They're seeded based on their PB in the training. They're 99.9% similar, but there is one setting that is different between all 8 of these Rancises. And if you guess correctly, which I don't think anyone will be able to, 10 keys to your account tonight. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I think I can reuse that format. Yeah, it's the F1 intro music. Yeah, I'm also wearing the F1 hat today. Shout out to Miami. It was a fun race. Anyway. So they have been ranked based on their PBs. And I'm loading the final trained product every time. So that's not necessarily loading the round where they PB'd, but it generally should flow. Permanent hiatus from F1 until Max gets bored. Yeah, I kind of feel that. I only just got into F1 this year, and already. Like, I've just because Max is annoyed, I've been watching him race in like NLS, and I'm gonna watch the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. Now, Max has not been slipping, bro. His car has sucked. Last weekend they fixed his car though, so it's like actually a lot better. He probably could have gotten podium if he didn't spin during the race. He got 5th, bro, after spinning. He's pretty good. Oh, Cruiser Street, you're just sick of the anthem. That's fair. That's fair. I came into F1 right when Max wasn't the like dominant one anymore, so I feel like I missed that. Anyway, our boy Crancis moves on. It's not just putting a 3-0 is not really tell the true tale. It's a 15-0 for Crancis, our 3rd seed against the 6th seed, and we just have one matchup left in our opening round. We got the number 2 seed Brancis versus the number 7 seed Grancis. Congratulations, voters. If any of you voted on Crancis, you would have gotten all your money back and more. Let me go ahead and do the next prediction. Choose prediction. Choose outcome. Congratulations. Crancis voters. Francis voters in shambles. Completely broke. Everyone point and laugh. Thank you very much. Okay, new prediction. Who wins between Brancis and Grancis? 2 minutes. Go ahead, get your predictions in right now before the window closes. Go ahead, get your predictions in. Now we can talk about F1 while we're waiting for predictions. Nah, yeah, I mean, dude, the regulations this year, switching it to 50% electricity was just like always doomed. I also think they were saying Miami, the track, Miami is like much more charge excess. Like just the track layout means that there's more chances to fill the battery than is needed. So that in particular probably also helped. They made some regulation changes, so it's not as annoying, but it's like, why are we, with the first 3 rounds of the season, it was like, well, it's not the better driver who decides who actually drives faster. It's the fucking algorithm for deployment. Like, is that really what we're doing in the pinnacle of motorsport? We're having algorithms? I work with algorithms. Algorithms suck ass. I don't want to watch algorithms drive. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're literally doing that right now. But that's not why I like F1, bro. I like the people in F1. I like the storylines. Anyway. Prediction, you got 45 seconds to get those votes in. Go ahead. We haven't had any upsets yet, people. That doesn't mean it can't happen. It also doesn't mean they can't happen. Wait, you can vote on your phones and give someone a boost? Huh? Yeah, I mean, it's like we have Formula E. It's like, why do we need more battery bullshit in Formula 1? It's like we have Formula E already. Why do we need to make 2 Formula E's? That's stupid. But also, I hadn't known about voting on phones. That's actually retarded. That actually might be the stupidest shit I've ever heard. No wonder Formula E is not popular at all. Holy crap. I mean, there's other reasons too. People like the sound of engines. All right, but looks like predictions are done. Vote now on your phones for who's going to win between Grancis and Brancis. I mean, I thought it was just the like voting for driver of the day and stuff. Anyway, Brancis, our number 2 seed, will be in slot number 0. And the underdog, Grancis, doing it for all the chuds. I don't know. Doing it for all the underdogs in the world is going to be our slot number 1. And this is our last round of the opening phase. Okay. I keep clicking that goddamn window. End this, end this. Put the command in, press enter. Okay. Now we're loading up. So once again, B Rancis will be bot 0. G Rancis will be bot number 1. Let's get it. Let's get it. Look at all this blood. Anyway. Oh shit, there's an ad break. I'm gonna snooze this one. I'll snooze it for 5 minutes. All right, it's I keep forgetting I have to start the round manually. Okay, and we're off. Brancis on the left, Grancis on the right. Who's gonna take it? Both shooting rockets as early. Grancis kind of hit a nice direct there. Again, the true difference is gonna be who can kill the other without dying. Yeah, we only had one overtime so far though, and already Brancis proving why he's the top seed. 62 health left over. That is a pretty thick margin. That's like an entire rocket down. That Grancis is just not able to put them on target, I guess. I haven't seen him miss any rockets, but Brancis is clearly looking better. At least at this early stage, yeah, and it's looking like... I mean, it's crazy how dominant Brancis is looking. Grancis still got a point. What the fuck was going on in the last match where he got 15 0'd? That's insane. Oh, you think you see a difference? Okay. What is it? But for the first round, that is going to be our top, or our second most, almost top seed. Brancis taking it 1-0 over Grancis. And we'll start the next round. Well, that might be true, Comrade Yazoo, but that's not the setting that I changed. There is a specific thing that I changed between these 8 robots. You can ask what it is, but I'll only tell you what it's not, I guess. And Brancis, it's funny, these matchups, they have no like random like spread in them, so the rockets are always going exactly where the bots want. So it seems like they're ending up with the exact same amount of health every time, which is really funny. It's just super reliable, clearly. Even though there's a lot of things. Look, it's literally 63 health every time. That is crazy. It's literally the same exact health value every single time. I guess they just do the same thing each time. Oh, and it's looking bad for our boys at the bottom of the scoreboard. That is a 2-0 lead. Looks like my wish for a closer round 1 match will be denied, most likely. But that's okay, because we have several rounds after this. Go ahead and clean them up, Brancis. Pack them up. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Get him out of here. Oh, 67 health that time. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. Is that meme still funny? Brancis getting a little juggled. Grancis bringing him a little closer this time, but it's just not enough. It's looking bad. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and hit the fucking payout right now. I think there's no way that Brancis loses this shit. Congratulations to our 100% Brancis voters. I think you figured out by now. Clearly the seed means something, because the higher seed keeps winning. But I promise you, I don't promise anything, but soon enough, there will be an upset. It might take all the way till Grands, but it's not happening yet. Congratulations to our Brancis voters. Brancis will, of course, be moving forward in the championship. In fact, I do like it better when I actually record the score. So this one was 15-1, I think. For total rounds scored. Oops, I still have the thing open. Score open. Congratulations to Brancis. Very good. All right. All right. So now we move further on in our winners side bracket. All of the lower seeds have been eliminated. Now it's just our top 4. Actually, there was one upset. E-Rancis did kind of dick on D-Rancis, even though he had a slightly better PB, so I actually take that back. We did already have an upset. It was just the least upsetting seed that there could possibly be. All right. I think there's no ad coming up next. Just want to make sure I time it correctly. Let's get the predictions going for our next round. It's going to be A-Rancis, the number 1 seed, versus E-Rancis, the number 5 seed. Aim tracking interval frequency. No, actually, hold on. Let me do the prediction first before I respond to that. I'll get distracted otherwise. Start a prediction. Who wins? A-Rancis or E-Rancis? 2 minutes starting now. Go ahead and get those channel points in, folks. you're gonna want those free internet points. Trust me. If you're right and you don't vote, you are a coward. You're a coward. Anyway, aim tracking, interval/frequency. No, actually, funny story, or not even a story, but funny thing is, I actually would love to compare interval, but it's not easy because I have to have both things running at the same time. Nobody wants to vote Erancis. Everyone's just voting for Erancis. You guys don't win any points that way. You got to play the odds, you know. I would give Erancis more than a 0% chance to win. But anyway, like I was saying, it can be kind of difficult. Also, there's an ad break going, so I'm just going to yap for a little bit before we start the next match, because I have something to yap about. But yeah, to make different, because I would love to compare like what a higher refresh rate does, and you can compare like, you know, same number of runs over or same amount of data and see which one does better, or same amount of like in-game time and compare that way. I would love to. The problem is to have them fight each other, they need to be running on the same backbone. And so what that means is, unless I completely rewrite the whole core of everything and make it like async, or like have it be able to process on any frame, not just a fixed interval. Unless I do that, I'm limited with the interval thing. I could only do like a double rate. So it would have to be like, if there's every 55 frames, it would have to be every whatever, or half of that. It would be like 54 frames versus 27 frames. Like they'd have to be a fraction of each other so that they line up nicely. So anyway, that's why I can't. That's why I can't do that one specifically, although I would love to. Well, can't is a strong word. That's something I will do in the future, but probably the rewrite will come first. Probably the rewrite. Okay, while we're on the ad break that's happening right now, let me just make sure I have the correct models loaded, because I already fucked that up once today. Okay, A versus E. Okay, very good. Got it locked and loaded. I hope you guys all got your predictions in. In fact, I can just load the model now while we're waiting. So once again, Erancis will be our bot 0 on the left. Erancis will be our bot slot 1 on the right. Also, the music. What am I putting on? How about some Beyonce? That kind of fits the vibe. Anyway. All right. And we're back. Welcome back from the ads. A Star Wars racing game. Oh boy, more Star Wars slop. Oh damn, shit, I was about to start the round, but I actually forgot. I actually recently watched all 9 of the Star Wars movies, so I was actually gonna do a tier list. Maybe we do that after this, actually, because I was like, oh, I should do this on stream before I forget, like, my thoughts on all 9 of these movies. And then yesterday was May the 4th, obviously, so now there's a ton of Star Wars stuff. Anyway, remind me at the end of this bit. We might, if we have time, we'll do a quick Star Wars movie review, so get your angry Reddit typing hands ready, everybody. Okay, but enough stalling. We're back from ads. We are starting the next round between Erancis and Erancis, the number 1 versus number 5 seed matchup. And we're off. Prequels are most peak. Yeah, that's what everyone says. I have some opinions, though. But you'll have to wait. You'll have to wait till I pull out the tier list. And unsurprisingly, it's looking like Erancis is just a tier above. This is how tournaments are structured usually, where the first, the number 1 seed has the best chance to make it into the final. We might not be able to get a real challenger for Erancis until Grands. I'm just hoping something doesn't go to plan. I'm hoping it doesn't come down to just exactly what the seeds are. Because they're not, I showed the numbers. It's not like they're massive differences. But in a first to 5, best to 5, definitely those little advantages seem to be stacking up, because Arancis is consistently just getting more damage done with every rocket. I made another observation that may be more empirical. Okay, let's hear it. Also, congratulations, of course, to Arancis, currently up 1-0. We're gonna have to do this again with I mean, the whole reason I'm calling this Clanker Clash is because I see this as a recurring segment. So this is just the first week. We're doing a mystery difference. But in the future, I'll probably explain, at least generally, what the differences are. So the higher seeded bots, when they survive. So what you're saying is the bots that are better tend to win? Whoa. Do the higher seeded bots have a lower discount factor? No, but that's a good guess. You are the guy who does the AI soldier. Yes. Are you the guy who's blind? Look at this. No, I'm being mean. Yes, that's what we're doing right now. These are deep reinforcement learning trained bots. There is a secret difference between. No, I'm just playing with you, man. It's cool. I tried to make a joke, but then it felt very mean. Yes, these are deep reinforcement learning trained bots. There's one difference between them. That was a bit closer than the first round look, to 5-4, but unfortunately for our low tier heroes, that does mean that Arancis, the top seed, is up 2-0. Barely 5-4. I should be keeping track of these now that I'm tracking who and what and blah blah blah. Okay, but this could be Arancis's tournament life. This is the last round. If it goes to 3 points on either side, the game is over. Come on, Arancis. Arancis in red, fighting hard. Oh, that was one of the closest rounds so far. Just slightly not enough damage getting done by these low tiers. These two, it's interesting. Some of the matchups, one of the bots will consistently get like bounced higher. In this matchup, they have very similar airtime, but I think Arancis's rockets are just slightly that much better. And this last round is looking like a bit of a blowout. It's going against your observation. Yes, once again, if you're wondering why Comrade Yazoo is in chat guessing what the difference is, it's because I have an open offer. If you correctly guess what the difference is between these 8 bots, I will give you 10 keys live on stream. Oh, and signs of life from Arancis. Getting some points on the board, just doing what he can for his honor. Actually a pretty good look. Oh, but it's going to trade out, and that is going to be a decided W for our boy Arancis. More like he's going on a rampage. Wow, guys, I'm so good at streaming. I'm so funny. Anyway, congratulations to Arancis. Congratulations to our Arancis voters. I think the round score, I already forgot what the round score is. I'm just going to stop. It's too much to keep track of. But 3-0. Congratulations, Mr. Arancis. Related to how far in the future the bot predicts where the enemy will be. That's pretty similar of a concept to discount factor. I noticed the higher rank bots might be jumping around and going directions other than prograde more, which suggests maybe a higher exploration rate. Could be, but it's not. Could be. Not a bad guess, but incorrect. All right, let me do the predictions. Keep guessing though, guys. I mean, you lose nothing for guessing. You're trying to get my 10 keys. I'm just pretty confident nobody will be able to guess it. Choose outcome. Congratulations, all of my Arancis voters. You gambled nothing and you won nothing, but at least you didn't lose. And at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. Anyway, our next matchup, this could also be our closest matchup. I said previously our closest matchup might be the 5 to the 4 seed, but now we're looking at the 3 seed versus the 2 seed. Prediction going up in chat right now. Who is going to take it between our number 2, number 3 seeds, Brancis or Francis. Get your votes in right now. Closes in 2 minutes, and then we'll get it popping. The only thing to guess is learning rate, at least based on what I know about the model. No, there's tons of parameters. Hold on, while we're rating, I'll just flash them on the screen real quick. Every single one of these is a different thing. I'm not going to show you all of them because you might be able to guess from that. But it's there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that one could tweak, certainly. Get those predictions in. Come on, no one wants to vote for Brancis. He's the top seed, bruh. He's the top seed. Someone's got to vote Brancis, bro. That's pretty good odds. You can wipe that other person out who has 600 points. If you just bet 1 point on Brancis, you got 619x odds, bro. Someone's got to do it. Okay, let me copy the things. So this is going to be Brancis in slot number 1 versus Francis in slot number 2. And I really should have said slot 0 in slot 1. Brancis in slot 0, Francis in slot 1. Yes, okay. Try and take it. Try and take it. Okay, prediction almost over. Someone did vote 1. Good job. Good job, that person. You have made a very smart bet. Hell yeah. Watch Brancis lose anyway, though. That'd be funny. All right, predictions are in, I believe. Let's get the model loaded now. Why do I click that literally every time? Oh my lord. All right, load that model. And this will be our second to last match. The winner of this will go to fight the top dog, A. Rancis, in the grand finale. Are you ready? And here we go. Brancis versus Francis. Who wants it? Who wants it? Looks like Francis voters, maybe with some insider trading there. I don't know how they knew. Francis clearly looks like the better one in the matchup, at least based on that first round. These first 2 rounds, oh my god, we're not going to get a single close match this whole tournament, I guess. Yeah, I mean, because the thing that determines the seeding is like their PB, basically. So it's not random. They are seeded in the tournament appropriately. Oh man, Francis might be the motherfucking GOAT. Oh, seed argument? In the air. And Francis with a clean 5-0. God damn, I was not expecting that to be that close. Wait, why did my... Okay. Francis with a strong 5-0. Damn. Yeah, that 1 point is going to be property of someone else. Sad to say. Well, what the heck, man? I was not expecting them to be this polarizing. Their PBs are all very close together. You saw the numbers. It's like, hold on, I can pull it up even for these two. The difference is, where is my tab? So Brancis has a PB of 1018.9. Francis has a PB of 1010.12. So only an 8-point difference or so, and yet Francis putting the work on Brancis. Even though Brancis had the better PB. Oh, you don't like Beyonce? Well, it's looking over, Brancis fans. I'm sorry. Who could have predicted this? Not me. I was really hoping they'd be a little closer, but I didn't want to spoil it for myself. You know, like I didn't want to watch them all fight and then not be excited when it's actually happening live. And like I keep saying, this is a recurring format. This is the first Clanker Clash. This will certainly not be the last Clanker Clash. At least on the bright side, Krantz is looking like a very worthy foe for our top dog, A. Rancis. Beyonce's okay, but her relationship is exhausting. Yeah, man, I don't fuck with celebrity gossip at all. I could not care again. At least when they get cheated on, yeah, they do drop new albums, which I like. I like Beyonce's albums. Don't really like Jay-Z's albums as much anymore. Anyway, holy crap, another 15-0 for Krancis. That's crazy. The lower seed kind of destroying. Yeah, that kind of happens when people get rich. Why would they care? I mean, it happened to Taylor Swift. Like who wouldn't it happen to if it happened to Taylor Swift? Yeah, I also never really liked East Coast rap, like stylistically. I always preferred Midwest and like ATL rap and like Dirty South and West Coast. I like every kind of rap except fucking East Coast rap. I don't know what it is. I just heard her last album was like bad, but I'm not a Taylor Swift watcher, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, billionaires, man. What the fuck are you gonna do? Anyway, congratulations to Krancis. Not a close 3-0 at all. And this sets up our final match of the championship, the inaugural championship. We got A. Rancis versus C. Rancis, the two top of their class. Let's get these predictions going, and then we'll watch it, and then I'll reveal finally the true secret of what the differences are. Choose prediction. Krancis, good job, Krancis voters. you really swindled that one guy at one point. Congrats. Okay, but who's going to take it? Both A. Rancis and C. Rancis have looked mighty. Absolutely mighty. None of their challengers have been able to hold a candle to them yet. But will this match finally be the matchup we've all been waiting for, we all deserve? The predictions open. Excuse me. Predictions open now. You got 2 minutes to get your internet points in. If you didn't vote on it, if you didn't gamble, you're not allowed to say that you knew which one was going to win. Okay, so this is for bragging rights. All her music is like, oh, I had a bad relationship. I'm like, girl, you have 20, 30 songs. No, that's her niche, bro. That's what gets her paid. Yeah. Now, when you're rich, the therapy comes to you. That's what I want, bro. Oh, damn, we got some high rollers voting on Krancis, voting on the number 3 seed to make the upset. Surely someone else will take the under on A. Rancis. Surely somebody. We got 2 people voting for Krancis. I would vote on A. Rancis, but I actually cannot vote in my own poll as much as I would love to. You got 1 minute. Again, I think whoever put 1 point in last time, same offer. At most, you could only lose 1 point. At most, you gain 1.5K. That's almost enough to make me drink water or whatever I have in my rewards. A. Rancis versus C. Rancis. Just 45 seconds left. Get those predictions in. Come on, somebody vote on A. Rancis. Somebody do it. Think of the skew, bro. Think of the skew. No, I think I put a drink water reward in there somehow. Ryan, no, somebody do it. I wish I could rig my own thing. No. I'll shower if you pay 15 bubbles. Wait, what? That's cheap, right? For Asmon? What the hell? Only 15 to shower? Anyway. Okay, predictions done. Let me get my code. So in slot number 0, we're going to have A. Rancis. Holding it down. the top dog, the Zane. And in losers, the underdog, but somehow the underdog that might be stronger than him. It's motherfucking slot 1 Rap Monster, aka Crancis. If you guys don't watch Melee, you have no idea what I'm talking about. 100K for showering ones. Damn, bro. The streaming world is crazy. That's crazy. I don't think I would even want to be that popular, to be honest. Oops. Copied the wrong thing. Smell stop. Sing it, Beyonce. Sing it. Okay, loading the models now. This is our grand final showdown. I keep repeating it, but that's because I'm just not sure. It has to work in the video, the YouTube video, you know. So might as well just say it a bunch of times. It's a WoW player. Yeah. JC Inferno, thoughts? JC Inferno, anything to say? Anything to say in chat, JC Inferno? Bro's talking about WoW players. Where's he at? Where actually is Josh? We need to play Rivals after this. All right, grand finals starting now. A Rancis on the left, C Rancis on the right. Who will be the inaugural Clank Clash king? It's looking like A Rancis with an early lead, but this is not a huge health differential. Let's see. C Rancis missing a couple important rockets. Oh, 4 health. That's got to sting. I'm just praying for anything but a 3-0. Anything but a 3-0, please. Okay, trade. C Rancis is gaining power with every single round. What happens if no one votes on A Rancis but he wins? Do the points just go to me? Like there's no one to receive the points that someone put up. Do you just lose the points? That'd be funny. I guess we'll find out, because it's looking like A Rancis with a huge advantage, taking game 1 clean. And actually, because this is grand finals, we're going to do a first to 5 here instead of a best of 5, just to extend it a little more. Really make sure we are finding out 100% without a shadow of a doubt who is the best AI. Currently, A Rancis looking large and in charge, but can C Rancis in red, in the red trunks, do anything about it? He hit a fucking air shot and still died. C Rancis has the skills to pay the bills, but is it time to collect? Oh wait, oh wait, the scores are wrong. The scores are a little bit backwards. Shit. Hold on. I think it's just on this screen it's showing which one's bot 0 and bot 1 is getting mixed up. No way I noticed that on the last fucking round. Is it actually backwards? I don't know. I need one of them to not die so I can make sure it's correct. No, they both keep dying. Okay, whatever. A Rancis wins. That's a 2-0 lead, but again, we're going to 5. We're going to 5 this time. It'll still go pretty quickly, I think. All right, on to round number 3. Nope, they both died again. What variable changes would teach you the most about your model? Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if you have any thoughts on that, I might do those next week. Feel free to just type in chat. Okay, no, the scores are correct. Okay. A Rancis now taking a slight lead in game 3. We'll have to see if C Rancis can come back at him, but it's just looking like it's either a trade or he gets killed. He has to kill A Rancis free once, or this will certainly end without his favor, and it's looking bad. It's looking really bad for C Rancis believers. Man, and that was like single digit health again. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I really thought I'd be a little bit closer at the end. Expiration noise, actor learn rate, yep, definitely could. Those are definitely very impactful settings for sure, but not the ones I changed. All right, 3-0. A Rance is trying to make me regret extending the length of this match, just taking more time to stunt on C Rancis. Let's see if he can do anything. Nope, more trading. Got to get it clean. I think the quality of the rockets just matters a lot. Another tie. Maybe we'll get an overtime at least, though, if they just tie for a while. Come on, Crancis. I believe. I shouldn't have believed. It's looking bad now. Can Crancis fight it back, or is it all over? Crancis! No, he's on fire! No! Crancis! He was right there. He got the kill, and he just stepped on a fucking Lego brick and died. No, Crancis, no. Damn. Signs of life, but that is still a 4-0 for our top dog, A Rancis, and this could very well be the final round of the tournament. Let's see what happens. I say just just end him, man. Put him out of his damn misery. Crancis clearly cannot hang with the big dog. It's looking over. I don't even have anything to say. Hold on. I keep forgetting to put the score off my screen. Okay, wait, A Rance is whiffing a rocket. This could be C Rancis's chance. No, he still chokes. You guys notice how A Rancis keeps getting popped higher? I think he might just have a better learned skill of how to like surf rockets. Because there, when he didn't get bounced up as much, C Rancis was able to trade. But so far, this has been the worst game of the series, the least close. And surely just one more will do it. And there it is, A Rancis. Talk to him. Let him know A Rancis, our champion. Our inaugural champion of Base Thomas's Clanker Clash #1. Now, I did say at the beginning, this isn't just for funsies. There is an actual benefit. There is something that actually matters and actually comes from A Rancis being our top seed, our top winner of the event. Now, you guys ready? I'm gonna hold on. Let me do the predictions. I think you guys have been like getting every prediction exactly correct every time, and this is the first time in grand finals where you guys have just been completely wrong. It's 0% to 100% A Rancis versus Crancis. Let's find out what happens when I pick A Rancis as the winner. Do you guys just get your points deleted, or do you get them back? There you go. It's submitted. Or did you guys just lose those points? See details. What does it say? Nobody thought this would happen, so just nothing happens. Do you get the points back? I'm dying to know. Okay, before I spoil the secret of what was different between all of these. Let me pull it up though. They're gone. House commission. I guess it goes to the house. I mean, I have infinite points though, so it's a little boring. Okay, are you guys ready to find out what the difference was? And Mr. Yazoo, I am sorry to say, you did actually guess the correct thing. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is my document where I keep track. These are all the agents that we've just watched fight today. And if you notice, this level thing is just saving to a different slot basically. But you'll notice each one of them has a different random seed. That's right. The difference between all 8 of these robots was that they had a slightly different random seed. A random seed that I randomly generated, by the way. And then I had one entry that I chose the seed myself. That was, of course, seed 42069. I couldn't not put seed 42069 in the damn tournament. Unfortunately, he got shit on. That was Francis with an F, who lost. I was really hoping that 42069 would win, because the winner of this tournament, which is, of course, which one is it? I have them written here. This one, seed 60,149, aka A. Rancis, aka PB of 1030, is our champion. And what he wins is that this is now our official testing seed. So anytime we need to test a policy and figure out how good it really is, this is the seed we're going to do it on, seed 60,149. Now you understand why I really wanted seed 42069 to win, because that would have been awesome. But I'll stick to what I previously agreed to myself that I would do. Our boy A. Rancis, seed 60,149, is now the sacred seed, and we will be using it in the future. Oh, and let me finish off the bracket. A. Rancis with a clean sweep of the entire field, not dropping a single game, dropping a few points, but, you know, ain't no thing. Got it done at the end of the day. And that's it. Okay, content complete. That was an hour and a half. Yeah, that was pretty well timed. I didn't want to go much longer than that. You could do like a double elimination bracket, but that pretty much doubles the amount of time. And there's a good chance every single one of the losers bracket matches would have been 3-0 anyway. So who knew? I was not expecting that big of a difference between them, to be honest. Because like for some of them, for example, I have the scores written down. So like this one, B. Rancis, our second seed, had the second best PB, and that PB happened in the very last round, which is the one that I loaded. But then we go to, where's another one? Like E. Rancis, for example, who did beat his round one. That PB was in trial 2200 of 2900. So that's probably like 80% of the way through is where it got that PB of 1004. And yet somehow, despite, and I loaded the model from around 2900, much later than the PB that it didn't PB over. And yet E. Rancis still did way better than I was expecting. That was the single upset of the whole tournament was E. Rancis. So I don't know. So basically A. Rancis started out luckier and it learned more early on when it was most volatile. Yeah, it could be. Definitely that's a compelling argument. I don't know exactly what happened, but I did try to make them relatively volatile. I could have made it more volatile by making them train for less time, and maybe that would have been more exciting because they would have missed more rockets, and then it would have been more like dirty, you know, more spaghetti. But they trained for 7 hours, which means I would put them at like 80% performance of peak Francis. Pretty good. And yeah, all of these bots trained against themselves, crucially. So that means whatever, you know, lucky differences, little micro differences there was, hopefully, I mean, the intent was by having them fight each other, those like little differences will manifest even more strongly. Because it's like one bot might get off to a really good early start at like dodging, and that kind of influences the behavior of both sides of it in a relatively unpredictable way. So, you know, we have these numbers to, like I have these, you know, these score numbers to actually track what the best PB was, but these numbers don't necessarily mean one thing is better or not, because it's not a static thing. The bots are fighting a version of themselves. That means they're, you know, just because they get a high score against themselves does not translate to them getting a high score against other bots. And I think one of the biggest examples of that was definitely the Francis versus Brancis matchup. They had a really close PB, and yet Francis absolutely destroyed Brancis. And I think that's just because it's you know, it's random, and they, even with everything exactly the same, the only thing different being the RNG seed, can make a huge difference. Yeah, different kinds of lessons, different magnitudes of lessons, exactly, in a self-fulfilling prophecy also. So it really just runs away. And I mean, I looked at the scores. I didn't have any of them fight each other except for just to test that it works. And it I don't know, I saw the scores. I'm like, oh, the scores are pretty close. We'll have some close matches. None of them were close. Pretty much none of them were close. But hey, that's how it goes. So good chance this turns into a YouTube video just because I have the intro and that was funny. Even though the matches themselves are not that exciting. Maybe it'll just be a short video. But if you want to follow that, go ahead and check out expanded_Thomas on YouTube. But that's it for the tournament. So, but there's more stuff. I'm not ending stream yet. That's just it for the content. I did say I was gonna do a Star Wars tier list. Let's just see if I can find one. Or is movie? Damn it, I can't spell. I still can't spell. Oh my god, my fingers are just in the wrong spot on the damn keyboard. Tier lists. Star Wars film tier ranking lists. Okay, this is... I didn't see Solo and one of the others. Wait, what's the other odd one out? They're so small. Am I miscounting? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's 11 movies here, but there's 9 in the original shit and Solo. So which one's the extra one? Oh, it's the Andor one. Yeah, there's Solo and there's also what is it called? This one? The one that ties into Andor. I forgot the name of it. So you're seed hunting to try to bypass the initial luck phase of training in the future? No, not really, because I don't think it's actually seed hunting. Like, it's seed hunting, but it's seed hunting for this specific configuration. So the second that something changes in the model, the seed is no longer the best one. So it's not actually. It's more of a religion sort of thing, where we're just, this is now our holy seed that we always use, apparently. Yeah, so that reminds me, I still have to watch Solo, but I watched the other 10. Okay, we're doing this because today is May 5th, and yesterday was May the 4th. So if I don't do it today, I'll just forget what I thought about these movies, and then yeah. So let me text my buddy Josh, though, because we're gonna play some Rivals hopefully after. Are you here? It's time. Okay. So I didn't have any, I could have written notes for this, but I didn't prepare, obviously, but we're just going to go through it pretty quick. I did watch all of the movies relatively in order. Someone on Reddit suggested that you watch episode 3, 4, then the prequel, then episode 6. That's what I did. I don't know if that was the right choice, but you know, you can only watch them one time. Like, you can only watch them for the first time one time, so I did that. So let's go in release order. Okay. Rivals Gooner game. I mean, I don't know about Gooner. Definitely furries, which is Gooner, could be Gooner adjacent, but it's not like overtly sexualized, but it's like some other fighting games. I wish I found a larger thing. I can't really tell. Oh wait, hold on. I figured this out. You can do Windows key plus, and then you can magnify. So no, that's Hayden Christensen. I'm so unprepared. I don't recognize any of which ones are which. Okay, so that's new trilogy. Empire Strikes Back. That's 5. 1, 2, 9 or something. Hello, pan over. Okay, this magnifying thing does not work as well as I thought. It magnifies both of my monitors, actually. That's crazy. Gestures broadly at Emma Frost. Oh, I'm doing a lot more than gesturing broadly at her. Wait, guys, I'm stupid. Which one is the first one? This one, right? This is the first Star Wars, Episode 4. That's the movie poster. Because then Return of the Jedi is the 6th one, correct? I just want to get my ducks in a row. I mean, that's what it has to be. And then this, I assume, is Empire Strikes Back. That's what it looks like. Okay. So episode 4 A New Hope. Oh shit! The ad break starts. I can't snooze anymore. So sorry if you get caught by the ads. All right, episode 4, the first one that released, A New Hope. Starts with the rebel ship like stealing the plans, and then at the end they blow up the Death Star. S tier, easy S tier. That should shock and surprise literally nobody. Don't worry, we'll get to the shock later in just a second. But yeah, this movie fucking rips. This is probably the best one of the whole series. That's not a crazy opinion. Obviously, some things are very dated. And like I said, I've actually never watched all of the Star Wars movies until like a month ago. Like none of them all the way through at least. I'd watched bits and pieces. And obviously I know what, the general plot lines are in Star Wars because of how pop culture infused it is. But I'd never seen the movies. And so I just sat down over the course of like a few days and watched like one a night basically. Yeah, so there are a few things that were a little weird, like that were just limitations of the time. Like Yoda, for example, was like a puppet, and it was just super, super weird. My one little criticism of the original film is that the ending is just like a little rushed. Like when they're actually blowing up the Death Star, just the cannon, like the torpedoes, just so unceremoniously, just like going in the chute, and I don't know. I feel like it. The payoff just, it seemed a little fast at the end, but that's my only complaint. That's my only real complaint. Obviously there's time issues as well. There's like they can only do so much in the 80s, or this came out in 77 I think. So really good movie for the time. Okay, my next opinion might divide the chat. My next opinion might fuck everything up. Yo, what up? So the next film is Empire Strikes Back, correct? I believe. It would be embarrassing if I don't remember which one's which. But yeah, Empire Strikes Back. Where is this gonna be? All right, you guys ready? I don't know if you are. Episode 5. I'm going to say it. It's the worst one of the original trilogy. I'll put it in B for now. I'll put it in B, but I reserve the right to drop it into C. Okay, but let me explain why. My biggest complaint with this movie, with episode 5, was that like just the plot, it felt like the middle part of a movie. It didn't feel like its own standalone movie. That's the biggest issue with it by far, because the plot that happens is basically it's like Luke and Leia and Han, and they go to Cloud City for some reason. I don't even remember why. That's not a critique of the film. I mean, I don't know, there was some plot reason. They all went to Cloud City. Or Leia and Han went to Cloud City, then they got caught in a trap because Darth Vader's there, and then Luke came there to save them because he felt that something was wrong. And then the movie pretty much ends with that iconic line, you killed my father, no, I am your father. Ah! That one. The most iconic scene probably of the entire Star Wars franchise. I'll give you guys that. The problem is that one scene to me felt like that was all the movie had. It felt like episode 5 was all just fan service in order to set up for that big father reveal moment. And of course there's a little bit of bias because I already knew that Darth Vader is Luke's father, having never seen the movies, but shit's been out for 40 years. Like, I already knew the iconic scene, so it wasn't like a shock to me. It wasn't like this big payoff because I already knew. And without that one scene, the movie is like there's so little going on. It does so much without doing enough, I feel. The episode 5 starts, they're like on Hoth with the rebel base, and that's where they have the big like Hoth battle. I felt like the battle was just happened so quickly. It was like, oh, the Empire knows where we are. And then literally 5 minutes later, they have these giant machine, the giant ATs walking around. It's like, how the fuck did they get them onto the planet? Like, there's no sense of scale. It's just like, oh, okay, all of a sudden there's walkers and we're flying around speeders, I guess. Okay, that's cool. But it definitely felt like it suffered a lot from poor pacing at the beginning. And then, like, the only, like, main story arc, like, the things that happen in the movie are, like, Luke is, like, training with Yoda. Like, okay, just, like, a kind of nothing super memorable about the training, except for how weird Yoda looks in that movie. But then the only actual, like, driving reason the person cares about the plot otherwise is, like, the little romance between Han and Leia, because that's what the movie starts. They're on Hoth, the frozen planet, and then there's, like, Leia and Han have this moment where they're, like, flirting and fighting and whatever. Like, oh, are they enemies or are they in love? I don't know. And then, I don't know, they go they go have the adventures. Han and Leia kiss, like, after they get rescued. So it's like, okay, those guys are together, right? And then Han gets, turned into carbonite and taken to the bounty hunter. And as soon as that happens, and as soon as Leia gets reunited with Luke, she just goes and kisses Luke. It's like, what the fuck? So the only actual interesting part of your movie, the only interesting plot line, aside from the general Star Wars plot line that I already knew going into it, which is, like, Vader's his father. The only other interesting part of the movie, they just ruined it, because it was like 85% of the movie is like, oh, Leia and Han are, like, they're having a thing. They're, like, romantically interested. And at the very end of the movie, after Luke gets his hand cut off and he's, like, in the medical bay, Leia just comes up and kisses him on the lips. And it's like, what the fuck was the whole point of that romance arc then? Why are you kissing Luke? And not only that, okay, I know that they're fucking brother sister. Like, why are you kissing your brother, bro? I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, episode 5 was kind of a nothing burger to me. It just felt like a very in-between. Yeah, meanwhile, incest. No, it just felt like it didn't feel like its own movie. It felt like the middle part of the larger trilogy movie. And it's like, okay, maybe that's not the most important thing to you, but the easy comparison is Lord of the Rings. That second movie, the Two Towers, I don't remember exactly the plot points, but that shit felt like its own movie, like that had its own rise and fall of an arc. Episode 5 didn't. It really did not. It wasn't satisfying. I didn't learn enough new information for it to be worth it. It's just kind of a filler movie. Yeah, not awful though. Not awful. Just a bit disappointing, because it's like, as me, a person who's never watched Star Wars, I'm so excited to finally watch them all for the first time. Everyone loved the original trilogy. They're like, the original trilogy is the best. They fucking ruined it with episodes 1 through 3. I'm like, I think you think you're a little seeing through nostalgia glasses a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. It felt very much like an afterthought. Like, it had its moments for sure, but it was like the plot of the movie didn't make sense on its own. Anyway, next, even though this isn't the order I watched it in, Return of the Jedi is episode 6, and in episode 6, I kind of forget what happens in the beginning. I don't know, Vader and Luke, and Luke, like, goes to Vader, like, not to fight him, to, like, try to turn him back to the light side. And they go, and then I don't know, I feel like a lot happened in the 6th movie that I kind of forgot. There's a second Death Star. There's, like, a different trap. There's traps and stuff. Anyway, Luke and spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen this movie after 40 years. I don't know why you're watching me if you haven't seen any of these movies right now. Explain these movies when you haven't seen them before. But spoilers, Luke is, like, getting killed by the Emperor, and the way the movie finishes is Vader is like, no, don't kill my son, and he actually saves Luke. It's pretty, the ending scene itself is a little goofy. Definitely the older trilogy suffers a bit from, like, unintentional goofiness just because of the nature of effects, but I won't hold it against it. Like, they're still pretty good movies, even despite the giant time gap, obviously, and the difference in video, VFX and stuff like that. But anyway, Vader literally just, like, picks him up and, like, throws him into a fucking pit. It's really funny. It's a really funny scene. But yeah, no, it was like, this is like the payoff that I wanted from episode 5. This makes it a complete story, a complete movie. I don't remember enough about the movie to say for sure whether it's S or A. Certainly it's way better than episode 5. I would definitely not, it's definitely not better than the original, than episode 4. But it, it's a satisfying ending. It makes sense. It's human. It's, not unbelievable. Like the Luke trying to influence his father, and yeah, it was chill. Also, I did watch the prequels before I watched 6. I watched 4, 5, then I watched the prequels, then I watched 6. So I feel like maybe I'm a little biased because I kind of got some of the stuff that they tried to write in, because obviously in real time the first 4, 5, 6 came out first, then it was 1, 2, 3, and then in 1, 2, 3 they kind of wrote more stuff to make the original trilogy make sense. But anyway, we'll leave it like this for now. This is not like a super serious tier list. And then episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This one's fascinating. Where am I putting it? Because there's parts of it that are D tier, and then there are parts of it that are S tier. I guess that's where I'm at. I think it deserves B tier. It might be better than episode 5. In fact, I'm going to do that slightly better than episode 5, but both B tier for sure. So in this movie, it starts out Qui-Gon Jinn and young Obi-Wan go to resolve some trade dispute. It's a trap. Then they find out that the trade people are like taking over, and they're going to kidnap the princess. Josh is almost ready. Hold on, let me tell him to come to chat. By the way, Natalie Portman, oh my god. Well, shit, I actually shouldn't say anything until I don't know how old she was in that first movie. But young Natalie Portman, she still had that dog in her. Let's just say that. She still had that dog in her. Anyway, yeah, I actually really enjoyed the prequel trilogy. Why is it lagging? Oh shit, my bitrate. Josh, you killed my bitrate. What the fuck? It just died. What have you done? No, why does this happen? No. Hold on, what's happening on my YouTube stream right now? Is it lagging too? Dude, what the fuck? What do I do? Oh, you should have said something. I could restart the stream. I could restart it. I'm seeing a lot of dropped frames. OBS hiccup. I don't know. I feel like it's OBS's fault. Because I used to never have this problem, and now OBS will just randomly crash to 0 bitrate. Oh, Discord went out at the same time. Interesting. Well, okay. Yeah. Everything? Wait, not just my stream? So wait, it's a Twitch issue then, maybe? Well, it's not coming back. Okay, YouTube chat, if you can hear me, goodbye. If you can hear me, YouTube, goodbye. I just don't want to restart the YouTube stream. Also, I don't think anyone's really watching on YouTube right now. But I'll go ahead and stop the YouTube live stream. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll be back next week with more TF2 content, maybe, or maybe not. Who knows? Actually, I probably won't have content because I have some deadlines right around the next time I stream. But anyway, see you in a week, YouTube.